Based on your experience in your work in agriculture, peace building, cooperatives, I'm sure there's a lot that could surprise us in terms of how the depth of what you've done. So my question is, in those areas, could you pick one lesson that could tell us a little bit more about inclusive entrepreneurship and lessons that we can pick from that?
Sure. Thank you so much again for the opportunity granted. And one of the lessons that I have really learned, having worked in a couple of sectors, is that opportunity is what actually humanity requires. Looking at agriculture, we grew up in families where we did farming most of the times to just put food on the table. Yet when you look at our economy as a country, we rely so heavily on agriculture for our, to grow our economy. And that means the effort that goes into agriculture can actually be redirected. Look at peace building initiative, communities where there's a lot of tension. Usually there's always the drivers of the conflict and the reason as to why people cannot peacefully cohabit. And what do you do? How do you redirect the energies that people put in? Because humanity is not really wired to just keep fighting for the sake of fighting. And therefore, every time I look at all these opportunities, and right now I am working within the cooperative sector, one thing that really stands out across all the sectors I have worked is that opportunities is what humanity really requires. A little faith in humanity, a little help, a little push here and there, injecting, support, because support means different things to different people. So number one is sitting down with people to really understand what is it that they need help on that can actually redirect their effort and their energies into something meaningful. And even as we talk about inclusive development, and right now we are working within the cooperative movement that is so solid and very strong. When we look at the quick facts around cooperative movement, especially in Kenya, over 63% of households or individuals in this nation directly depend or indirectly depend on cooperative for their livelihoods. Yet we have a movement that is really has not taken time to be that inclusive. And what that means, if we are not deliberate, we'll continue empowering a section of the population. Yet our population, we are a youthful generation as a country and also global. I mean, when you look at Africa, according to United Nations, 70% of the population of Africa is youthful. They're actually below the age of 30. Yet when you look at the cooperative movement in Kenya, and actually it's mirrored globally, and especially in Africa, the average age is over 50 years. The average age of the members of cooperatives is over 50 years. And therefore that tells you there's a whole generation that has been left out. And we have an economy that is so strong. We have, trillions of money coming from the cooperative movement. And what we are trying to ask ourselves, so what happens? The young people are left out. Will it die with the generation of our fathers? We are here to make a change. And therefore, what I've come to realize is that there is less awareness. Every time we talk about cooperatives with the young people, they look at it as that thing our parents did, that thing of the old people. They are not even interested, less information out there. But we are here to change the narrative. We are here to really share the story. We are here to make cooperative enticing, of course, through innovative approaches for the young people. And therefore, for me, I believe that opportunities is what we are supposed to really to extend to everyone. Women, when you look at our population again as a country, and also it's also mirrored in Africa, 50% of the population is women. But we only have a 30% representation of women within the cooperative movement. What we are trying to say is that there is a huge opportunity there, and we are trying as an organization to be able to extend it and to make it appealing, to the owners or the people who have been holding the movement for a long time and telling them, hey, you do not have to vacate your positions, but you can create an opportunity for others to be able to join. If we really firmly believe in the movement the way we do, there's an opportunity for others to join and make a meaningful livelihood. And therefore, I am a firm believer that what we need is really opportunities to be able to showcase the very best aspects of ourselves.